Greetings, fellow watch comrades. Craig Hester, the Watch Comrade, and as always, thanks for joining us. This episode is a special section on yet another of the Sturmanskie Strelas. For anyone who's been following the Watch Comrade show for a while now, you know I've done several segments on the Sturmanskie Strela, and, well, you probably have figured out by now that I really like this watch a lot. This particular one is more of a dressy version than some of the others that I have done videos on. And really, this is one that kind of never existed in reality, so to speak. Back in the days that the Strela first came out, you wouldn't have seen the black IP and rose gold plating like you see on this. So rather than being a serious reproduction like, say, the beige or the black with the paddle hands is, this is more in the spirit of the Strela and gives you an option where you can have a more dressy timepiece. Now, if you've been looking at the other videos or you've studied the Strela at all, you know that it means arrow in Russian, and it is one of the most coveted of the Russian watches, especially those who collect the originals, which are becoming harder and harder to come by, which had the 3017 movement in it. It's a legend in Soviet space history. Everybody knows it was worn by the Cosmonauts. It was worn by Aleksei Leonov when he made his first spacewalk. It was just a staple in the Soviet Air Force. In fact, when the first ones came out, which it was a 45-minute counter on there instead of the 30-minute like on the 3133, and it didn't have a date function. When the first ones came out, they were strictly and exclusively designed for the officers of the Soviet Air Force. They weren't available to the public, and it was only years later that they released it to the public. There were several different ones. Many of them actually, still to me, I find surprising how dressy some of them were for what were really supposed to be military timepieces. There were really two sets of Strelas, the more dressy kind of almost even more everyday kind of a look to them, and the more very military ones, again, like say the black with the paddle hands. Again, this one that you're seeing here is an update, an inspiration, an homage. It's not one where they were so strictly true to the original look and feel of the Strelas. It is, however, a beautiful timepiece. I love the combination of the black and rose on this piece. Now, it does have all the other things that that you've heard me talk about on the remakes of the Strelas by Sturmanskie today by Volmax. That is, that it does have the sapphire glass, which the originals didn't. It does have the 3133 standard bearer Russian chronograph in it, which is today, you know, the one that you come to expect. It has a stainless steel case. It's 44 millimeters. All of the more, it's a 22 millimeter strap. Again, that 44 millimeter case. All of those more modern size and materials, but still with that retro look and feel. So there it is, the probably 6th or 7th Strela reissue that we've looked at, particularly in the Sturmanskie line by Volmax. As always, I'm Craig Hester, the Watch Comrade, and keep watching.